6A regional quarterfinals between the Edinburg High Lady Bobcats and the Harlingen Lady Cardinals. Kevin Naro, Joe Bowling to my right for the pregame show. Joe, the stage is set.
The stage is set. A couple of years ago it was the biggest game in town, and this year it indeed is a bigger game than what we had before. These two teams played early in the season, have been eyeballing each other ever since, and we get the matchup.
Not only that, the stars have aligned for a blockbuster matchup. We got to catch up with Coach Ashley Monsivias. We're going to catch her on the other side of the break. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down.
Welcome back to the pregame show. We got a chance to catch up with Harlingen High head coach Ashley Monsivias, and here's head coach Ashley Monsivias.
For you all. It's been really good. We're just focused. We keep doing the same thing as come out here and keep enjoying the moment.
How are the girls taking in the environment right now with the shoot around? It's a different environment. It's going to be a big crowd. Just how excited are they?
They're real excited. They're actually enjoying something that sometimes we don't get to see this kind of opportunity. So for them, it's an opportunity, and they want to come out here and show a great game for our community out there for Harlingen.
You guys have built quite a rivalry with Edinburg, two of the top programs. What are some challenges that they may present to you guys?
Probably the inside game. That's one of the things that we need to make sure is keep them off the boards, and that's what we're working on, is keeping those defensive stops, and from there we'll work on that.
You guys played them their first game of the year, but you guys played them back, I think it was November or December. What's been the difference between then and now?
A lot. Everybody's grown, everybody's gotten a little bit more into their combinations, and the thing is, it's just growth from both teams. So again, it's playoffs, and anything that is going to come out our way, we're going to be ready for it.
Last year we had Bella Los Fresnos here in the third round for boys. This year it's the girls' turn. Just what does this game mean, not only for them, for you, but for girls basketball in the Valley?
It's a great thing for girls basketball. It's one of those things that we don't get to highlight. We don't get to expose what they can do, and I'm so excited that they're able to have this opportunity, and Harlingen is a part of it. So we can come out here and give a good basketball game. That's what we're going to do.
That was head coach Ashley Monsivias of the Harlingen Lady Cardinals. On the other side of the break, we're going to hear from the Edinburg High head coach, J.D. Salinas. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Touchdown.
Triple Double Basketball Academy in Harlingen, a proud sponsor for this game. Triple Double Academy provides opportunities for players to develop their basketball skills while also offering opportunities for players to travel and compete against elite competition across the United States. Their efforts are allowing athletes to be trained by experts in a sport of their choice, and while learning to be disciplined and developing leadership skills to help them excel on and off the court. Experienced coaches, certified by the NCAA, Triple Double Basketball Academy, Harlingen, Texas.
Welcome back to Real Sports Live on the pregame show. Got a chance to catch up with Lady Bobcats coach J.D. Salinas. Here's what he had to say.
Exciting, regardless, however, the work that the school district put in, the work that the city put in, the work that the Bird Ogden put in. It's just been an amazing experience to see how everyone works together as a team to make things happen, and that's pretty impressive.
You guys were against Los Fresnos. Wasn't your best performance, but it seemed like the girls picked things up against Warren earlier this week. How much has the team improved since the playoffs started?
At this point of the year, I think every team is playing their best basketball. There's going to be times that it may not look as pretty, but you're going to find your opportunities to make a run here and there. And everyone knows the game of basketball is about momentum, and ups and downs throughout the ball game, and we're just hoping that we continue to play well throughout the 32 and find ourselves at the end of the game. We're ahead.
You guys playing Harlingen tonight. It's become quite the rivalry over the last couple of years. What are some challenges that they may present?
Well, Coach Ashley's program and even before with Coach Nora, they've always been thrived so much on their defensive effort, and sometimes they like to press a lot. I think that's probably if there's any concern, it's going to be that how they lead into a quick transition offense. But it's basketball. We know them well. They know us well. It should be fun.
Last question, Coach. From the first time you guys met till now, what's the difference between then and now?
Well, the first time we met, we didn't have any scrimmages. We didn't have any non-district game. Prior to that, we started a week and a half late compared to everybody else. And so, the nerves of trying to shake off all the rustiness going into that first game against Harlingen, especially playing with 4 freshmen, getting a lot of opportunity. And then I had girls that were still playing volleyball during the volleyball season as well. It was pretty difficult, but I was proud of their efforts. It's been a long season to get to this point, and I feel that we're ready to go.
That was Edinburg High head coach J.D. Salinas. When we return, we're going to break down what the coaches said on the other side of the break. Don't go anywhere. Tip off under 10 minutes away. You're watching Rio Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Angela Rodriguez, and I am one of the owners here at Main Street Boutique and Bistro. So when we first began our business, we heard about the rent subsidy grant. So we contacted Rebecca Castillo with the EDC, and she was very helpful. She told us, what we needed to do, the requirements, and helped us go through the application process. It helped us because we didn't have to worry about paying the full amount of our rent, so we were able to use that money to invest more in inventory or in other things that pertain to the business, so it was very helpful. So here at Main Street Boutique and Bistro, we offer full service dining and shopping. We serve sandwiches, soups, salads, and homemade desserts. Here in our boutique, we carry some national brands. We carry brands like Besame Cosmetics, Yellow Box Footwear for ladies. We also have Game Guard for men. So come by and see us here at Main Street Boutique and Bistro. Our hours are Tuesday through Friday from 10 to 3, and on Saturdays we do brunch, and we are open from 9 to 1.
And he throws it down.
Welcome back to the Bird Ogden Arena, coming to you live from Edinburg, Texas. Kevin Naro, Joe Bowling. On the pregame show between the Harlingen Lady Cardinals and the Edinburg High Lady Bobcats, Joe, we heard from both coaches. Let's start off with Edinburg High and what they present here tonight.
Well, J.D. Salinas, one thing about it is that was their first game of the year, as he said. And a lot of teams change their complexion from game one until they get into the postseason. And indeed, if ever there was a team that is looking to peak at the right time, they certainly are. They've used that game as a lesson learning experience that, hey, you want to get to the big time was right there in front of you, and this is how you reacted. Now they've used that throughout the season to get ready for, indeed, the biggest game of the year, which is right in front of them.
And on the flip side, the Harlingen Lady Cardinals, both these teams won their districts, respectively. Harlingen, 22-2 overall record. They went 12-0 in district play. Their only 2 losses was to United and Laredo Alexander. But these Lady Cardinals, Joe, you know just as well as I do, this team's ready to go.
Those 2 games against Laredo schools were measuring stick games again for Ashley Monsivais to throw her team against more playoff quality basketball teams. Lesson learning again. And once they got to district play, dialed it in. Kevin, a serious role for this Lady Cardinal team. They are growing up in front of our face. They are getting better every single ball game. And again, I don't think they peaked on what we're going to see here tonight.
Just not yet. They're very sophomore, junior heavy, and we'll dissect the names here in just a little bit, Joe. But for you, what may be the X factor here tonight?
Well, the X factor is the starting lineup when we get there, and you're talking about Layla Batteroo is going to be in the starting lineup tonight. So the question immediately is, Batteroo is a outright defender, a keep the ball from getting in the hands defender. So the question is, who are they going to put her on? Because that's going to be a key element to this ball game. Are they going to put her on Annika Sainz and try to take away the height advantage and maybe prevent her from getting the ball? Are they going to apply pressure on the guards with Batteroo? You know Batteroo's in the game for defense. The question is, who's she going to guard? That's the X factor right out of the gate to start this ball game.
I think it's going to be Janiyah Coleman, the freshman. She's in the starting lineup. So there's the first chess match right there you're seeing between J.D. Salinas and Ashley Monsivais. We're going to step aside and take a quick break. When we return, we're going to meet the starting lineups for the Lady Bobcats and the Lady Cardinals. You're watching Rio Sports Live.
Visit RGV Hometown Pharmacy and Natalie's Gifts and more. We are dedicated to providing outstanding customer service and patient care. See us today to experience the RGV Hometown Pharmacy difference. Let our family take care of yours. Call 956-496-2093.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Hello, my name is Karina Vela and I'm one of the owners of Armonía Music Academy. Here at Armonía Music Academy, we offer music lessons to students of all ages, and the lessons that we offer are on violin, viola, orchestra instruments, voice, piano, guitar, ukulele. We try to have as many lessons available for our students. We also offer instruments for sale and for rent. We have, like behind me, we have violins, guitars, and accessories, strings, everything that you need for your instrument, we offer here. Being first-time business owners, we started foreseeing extra expenses that we were not aware of, and the help from the economic development has really helped us in maintaining our business, especially now during with the pandemic that we had to close. And for several months, we didn't have any income coming. And luckily, that's when Victoria called me and she mentioned the possibility of extending for another 6 months for a new rent subsidy. Thankfully, we were approved again to continue with the rent subsidy for another 6 months. And because of that, we are still open in business. So please come visit us at Armonía Music Academy. We're located on Business 77. Please give us a like on Facebook and Instagram. So if you need anything music related, just please come visit us.
And he throws it.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Kevin Naro, Joe Bowling. As we get set for the starting lineups, we're going to start things off with the Harlingen Lady Cardinals. Let's meet the starting five for the Lady Cardinals.
On the visiting side, they'll start it with a sophomore, Rosa Zapata, followed by another sophomore in Layla Salas. Senior, Sydney Portillo will get a nod at the starting, and Callie Cervantes, another senior, and then another senior. Layla Batteroo will start for the Lady Cardinals. Again, coming in on a serious winning streak. Perfect running the table in district play. I will go to the Lady Bobcats on the home side. They'll start it with a 5'10 senior in Annika Sainz, 5'8 senior Dacia Tijerina, 5'6 senior Jalissa Santa Maria, 5'10 freshman Emily Caranco, 5'9 freshman Janae Coleman. A couple of freshmen in the starting lineup for the Lady Bobcats. Youth on the floor, but seniors on the Harlingen team. Kevin, this is going to be a good one.
Right, absolutely. And the depth and the experience is on the side of the Lady Cardinals. Yes, Rosa Zapata's a sophomore. Yes, Avery Hinojosa's a junior. But they've been there, done that before. Now the senior class for Edinburgh High, when you're looking at Santa Maria, when you're looking at Tijerina, when you're looking at Sainz, 2 years ago, this was a team that went to the Sweet 16. Joe, let's not forget, this is a rematch from 2 years ago that we said if the stars align, we're going to get the blockbuster matchup. That game, Edinburgh won by 20 by a barrage of threes. Santa Maria, that was Julissa, finished with 15 points in that game. A 22-point second quarter for Edinburgh. opposed to a 4-point second quarter from Harlingen High, Joe.
They took control of the ball game by, first of all, beating the press and then going with a patient set on the offensive end, looking for outside shooting, and they were hitting. And the Edinburg Lady Bobcats made a statement with that ball game, ran away with what was an easy victory. Ever since then, Ashley Monsiváis has circled that one as like, I want a rematch on a game like that, at stakes like that. She got it tonight.
It's a rivalry, whether people may want to downplay it or not, but these are two of the top premier programs in the Rio Grande Valley. In the last 5 years, Edinburg High has 150 wins, 34 losses. The Lady Cardinals, over the last 5 years, 132 wins, 30 losses. Joe, I'm going to say it, I've made it public. These are two of the top 3 coaches in the Rio Grande Valley right now, along with Griselda Fino. So what more do you want? The stage is set.
The stage is set. We've got very few teams left in the Rio Grande Valley that are playing basketball at the girls' level. We got 2 of them right here against another.
2 of them right here. The only one remaining in the RGV is Sherryland Pioneer. The common denominator there, Pioneer's only 2 losses have come to Edinburg High, Harlingen High. So when we come back on the other side of the break, the national anthem and the starting lineups, you're watching Rio Sports Live.
See you later, touchdown.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
Here at Uniforms Etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. We also have the opportunity to offer to our customers the embroidery service of, if they want to put their name on their scrub top or on their jacket, we do that as well here. Along the uniform scrubs that we offer, we also have shoes, scrub hats, masks, and all the instruments that a medical student or a medical professional would need, we have them here for you. I had the idea of I wanted to start a business, and I thought, well, what better than to open a business in the medical field? So I did open a business, and soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community in the sense of rent subsidy. And so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help because the rent really helped out in a crisis that we're living in right now. So I thank them for their support and making me feel part of the city.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Welcome back to the pregame show. If that doesn't get your juices flowing, Joe, I don't know what will.
Well, they sold 1,000 tickets, and they sold them in a hurry. And the fans are spread out here in the Burdock Arena. Still, they're going to make some noise here as we get set for this one as the Harlingen Lady Cardinals take on the Edinburg Lady Bobcats. Kevin, I've been pumped up ever since they saw the matchup was going to happen. And then when they announced it was going to come here, and then the Burdock Arena staff assisted us in our spot here on the press row. You and I got here about 8 o'clock in the morning, started dialing in cameras. I left. I came back. I just couldn't leave. And I'm just, we got the best seat in the house. And again, I want to thank the Burdock Arena for the assistance in getting us a position here. Especially want to thank both school districts for assisting us in bringing us this opportunity to showcase their athletes here on Rio Sports Live. Those watching on our social media, Facebook, share the link. Help other fans know this game is going on. Also, while you're there, like and follow our page. It helps get the numbers up. What we do is absolutely free, and we don't charge fans. We don't charge schools to broadcast our game. We rely 100% on advertising revenue, which comes directly from the numbers that we generate. So help us get the word out to other fans. These games are going on. If you're on our YouTube channel, I highly endorse getting on your television here tonight and watching this one on a big screen. If you haven't watched some of the games on Rio Sports Live on a big screen TV, this is one you want to watch. We got multiple cameras all over this arena, and they're all dialed in. Bert Ruiz is on my left-hand side. He's got some switching that he's doing some masterful stuff with. So again, help us get the word out for this as they get ready for these starting lineups. Again, while they're doing that, because of YouTube, we're not going to be able to pump that music up. So what we'll do is we'll take a split screen break. When we come back, we'll have the opening tip-off from the Bert Ogden Arena in Edinburg, Texas. Harlingen, Edinburg, girls basketball on Rio Sports Live.
There was one fateful day that we had some members of the EDC come in to our shop, and they actually introduced to us the grants are available for new business owners just like us. So immediately, we took interest in it, and we scheduled a meeting with them. We got the good news that we were approved for the grant, so it helped us cover half of the rent for up to 6 months. But then after that, that's when COVID-19 hit. So we reapplied for the grant again, in which case we were recently approved. Through the pandemic, we quickly had to be able to adapt to a situation we had no prior training into as first-time business owners.
And a lot of it helped when our customers shared our page, shared our information, and that's all it takes is for everyone to just share our story.
Because of the help from the EDC, truly and honestly, we're able to keep our doors open.
And welcome back. We are set for tip-off, coming to you live from the Bert Ogden Arena. The stage is set. We're ready to roll. The Edinburg Lady Bobcats in the home uniforms with the white and blue trims, with the Edinburg written across the chest. The Lady Cardinals in the road red uniforms. We are set for tip-off, the moment we've all been waiting for. The stage is set. Everyone's comfortably seated. We're ready to roll. Kevin Naro, Joe Bolin coming to you live from the Bert Ogden Arena. The Class 6A Regional Quarterfinals with a trip to the Sweet 16 on the line. Thank you for joining us. We are set for tip-off. Coleman and Salas set to meet at center court. And away we go, tip-off. Won by the Lady Cardinals. That's Rosa Zapata pushing it back up. She's a sophomore. Multi-sport athlete. Zapata kicks it out to Sydney Portillo, the senior. Out to Cali Cervantes, pass inside, knocked away, back into the hands of Portillo. Zapata spots up a three, off the mark, rebound picked up by Santa Maria.
A quick one and done. Santa Maria got the rebound. You could see there Harlingen getting back defensively, but Edinburg was looking to run off that missed three.
Opening minutes here, the Lady Bobcats are going to have their hands on the ball for the first time tonight. Desha Tejerina inbounds it to Annika Sainz. Sainz coming back after being injured last season. She's been healthy as a senior. Dishes it inside to Coleman. Driving down the baseline, reverse, gets the bucket to go.
And right there you saw Batteroo had the assignment. Coleman took her right to work.
Now pushing it back on the other end is Zapata out to Portillo. Top of the key, Zapata over to Portillo to Cervantes in the corner. That's Cali Cervantes doubled up. Portillo trying to work around Sainz, loose ball.
Again, a penetration that time. First foul on Julissa Santa Maria, who picks up the foul. Harlingen taking a look at his zone defense right now, Kevin. They've got shooters to throw over the top of that if they elect to attack beyond the arc.
Zapata, no stranger to pulling the trigger. Out to Cervantes, who had a good game. She finished in double figures in their win against Harlan. Layla Salas, the young sophomore, kicks it out to Portillo. Back out to Cervantes. Flirting with the three, then steps back. Swings it over to Zapata. Guarded closely by Santa Maria. Driving to the lane is Zapata. Shot no good. Rebounded by Edinburg High. That's Tejerina. Tejerina now pushing it back up. Lady Bobcats lead 2-0. Ball out to Sainz. Spots up a three. Just off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Coleman. Coleman trying to work her way back out. Resets the offense. Long court pass to Sainz. Driving. Splits the double team. Gets it to go. Annika Sainz.
Started with the offensive rebound, and then you get the stick back.
Rosa Zapata now directing the traffic. Lady Cards trail 4-0. Cervantes with a deep three off the back of the rim. Going back to that replay, Joe, from the move from Annika Signs.
Again, offensive rebound gives you a second opportunity, and you can attack the defense before they set up. That's exactly what she does there on that replay. Got the bucket. First of all, you go back to the defense being played by Edinburg. They're telling Harlingen, you can shoot outside if you want to. Harlingen can either attack that by cutting players through or indeed camp out beyond the arc. Thus far, no cutters. They're looking to shoot over the top of that zone.
Pass inside to Coleman, being guarded by Batteroo. That's the matchup, the senior versus the freshman. Nice move to the hole. Janaea Coleman.
Coleman drew her out away from the bucket and then showed she can handle the ball and to finish with the left hand.
Lady Bobcats with a great start. They lead 6-0. Ball thrown away, and it's a turnover. Going back to that replay, Joe, and Coleman.
Yeah, Coleman, again, you take your defender away from you if you trust that you can handle the ball. She did. Nobody helped out in the middle of the paint. Once she got there, it was easy pickings to finish with the left hand.
Coach Ashley Monsivai is now digging into her bench. She's calling Julie Bryant, the sophomore.
Means that Batteroo has a seat on the bench. Now Bryant can match the height of Janaea Coleman. But again, you're looking at youth taking on Coleman, who's a presence already established in this ballgame.
Geisha Tejerina pushing it across midcourt, guarded by Portillo. Tejerina moving to the right, shot blocked by Bryant, but there's a foul.
Julie Bryant in there, she can do that. She's a shot blocker. That time she helped up. When you help up on defense, normally bad things happen. That started with a penetration. If Geisha Tejerina can get that far, that deep against this Harlingen defense, they're gonna have to make adjustments.
And Julie Bryant came in last week off the bench and guarded Ariel Gordon, the sixth man for San Antonio Harlan, and she did a good job off the bench. Avery Hinojosa fixing a check-in. 1 of 2 from the line. Tejerina, second chance bucket, count it.
Emily Caranco got the stick back. That's more offensive rebounding. And a 9-0 run to start this one, Kevin.
9-0 lead for Edinburg High. Let's check out that last replay.
Getting off a missed free throw, you're looking at the Edinburg Lady Bobcats just going after the offensive rebounding, and they secure that. A 9-0 run out of the gate, a perfect start for Edinburg.
Joe, this is a very uncharacteristic start for Harlingen. They're the ones used to setting the tone early on in this one. And right now, Edinburg High, Joe, they're just doing the simple things. Right now, Harlingen needs to go back to what they do. Now they're going to put in Avery Hinojosa. She can provide a little spark for that offense.
Exactly, and that's what they're looking for is offense. But again, you have to take a look at on that timeout. I'm certain they talked about, here's what's being thrown at us defensively, here's how we're going to attack it. Now, on the chess match, does J.D. Salinas say, okay, they think we're going to come out in the same defense we've shown them so far, we're going to switch it up. The chess match has begun. It helps if you're on the winning side of a 9-0 score. Advantage Edinburg early.
Now Rosa Zapata crossing midcourt. 5:15 left in the first period. Harlingen is yet to score. Gets it out to Avery Hinojosa. Swing pass out to Zapata. Pass over to Hinojosa. She's going to spot up a deep three. Bang! Off the bench. Well, Hinojosa for three.
You dare them to shoot. You know they got shooters. Hinojosa pulled the trigger and knocked it down.
Back comes Annika Signs, guarded by Zapata. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded by Coleman, kicks it out to Signs, back to Tejerina. Wide open three for Santa Maria, airballed that one. Loose ball picked up, reverse layup, no good. Alyssa Salas checks into the game. First time we say her name tonight. Cervantes trying to find a lane. Gets it out to Hinojosa. Hinojosa's gonna stop, pops a three off the side of the rim. Coleman picks up the rebound, now picked up by Tejerina. Ball poked away from Hinojosa. Signs controlling it, driving, gets it out. Tejerina fires a three, no good, rebounded by Hinojosa. Back over to Julie Bryant. And she's gonna wisely just get that one back into the hands of the point guard, Rosa Zapata. 9-3, Edinburg lead 4 minutes in the opening period. Class 6A regional quarterfinals. Winner moves on to face Converse Judson and the Sweet 16. Hinojosa down the baseline against Coleman, gets it out to Salas, back out to Cervantes, pumped on the three, back out to Zapata. She fires up a three, just off the mark, rebounded by Tejerina, gets it over to Signs. Edinburg playing good defense, pushing it back on the other end. Long court pass inside to Coleman, she loses the handle.
Now turnover that time, but they were pushing the issue. By the way, Janaea Coleman is a freshman in the ball game for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats. You got youth youth. Coleman was in there against Batteroo earlier, who had the upper hand on the class. But Coleman sent her to the bench.
Cervantes gets it out to Zapata. Back out to Cali. Thought about the three, steps back. Guarded closely by Santa Maria. Zapata back out to Hinojosa, stops. Good defense again from Edinburg. Cervantes driving to the lane with the right hand, layup no good, rebounded by Bryant, almost got the and one.
Julie Bryant crashing the boards. That time you could see the good ball fake. These Harlingen Lady Cardinals are well coached in the off season on how to operate an offense. Catch, give the triple threat, and then put it on the floor if the shot's not there.
Talking about youth, Joe, we've yet to see Maddie Martinez, the star-studded freshman for Edinburg High, as Bryant sinks the first free throw. Joe, a lot of future names, in the coming years. Bryant being a sophomore, Coleman being a freshman. This game has everything all into one. Second free throw is good from Julie Bryant.
It's a little 5-0 run by the Lady Cardinals after Edinburg came out scoring the first 9 of this contest.
Signs now pushing it back up, trying to work around the screen, guarded closely by Salas. That's Alyssa Salas, the older Salas on the team. Tejerina, again, trying to work around the screen, stops, kicks it out. Long three-pointer from Signs off the back of the rim. Rebound picked up, Coleman with a loose ball. Coleman driving with the right hand with the hook shot. Back of the rim, no good. Bryant with a rebound, back comes Harlingen. Long court pass, ball picked away. Tejerina coming back on the other end. He's trying to split the defense, gets it to go. Bryant was looking for the charge.
Nobody stopped the ball, and Daisha Tejerina said, thank you, I'll take it to the hole.
11-5, 2.5 to go here in the opening period. Lady Cards with a sluggish start, looking to get things going offensively. Hinojosa out to Zapata, pass inside to Bryant from the free throw line, just off the mark. Rebounded by the Lady Bobcats, back comes Tejerina. Trying to slow down the pace. Signs, stops, pops, in and out of the rim. Loose ball picked up by Santa Maria with the right hand, blocked by Julie Bryant. What a block from JB. Back on the other end is Hinojosa. Thought about the three, out to Cervantes, off the side of the rim. Cervantes gets her own rebound. Joe, let's go back and look at that block from Julie Bryant.
Again, the interior presence, when you got help like this, let her bring it inside. Julie sends it out.
It's a big-time block there from the sophomore Julie Bryant. Fans were looking for a foul. They're not going to get it. Now, more youth as the sophomore Athena Lenartz checks into the game. She didn't get any minutes last week against Harlan, so this is the first time Lenartz is playing since the bi-district round.
That tells you about the depth of the Lady Cardinals. They got plenty to keep the energy level high.
Three-pointer on the way. Bang! Avery Hinojosa from downtown.
Leading scorer in the ball game, 2 threes, gives her 6 points. They're back to within 3.
Signs gets it out to Maddie Martinez, the freshman we talked about. She checks into the ball game for the first time tonight. Ball almost poked away by Zapata. Loose ball, here comes Avery Hinojosa on the other end. On the fast break, Hinojosa gets it to go.
All starts with defense. If you can get the stops, that Cardinal defense, they can get in a flurry. They can score a bunch in a hurry.
Avery Hinojosa stepping her game up, coming off the bench. Almost had that one stolen away. Here comes Coleman. Coleman blocked away by Bryant.
Coleman went right at her. Julie Bryant blocked it. Got one with the body, though. It'll be a free throw opportunity. But how about the athleticism of Coleman saying, I'm taking it in there. I know you're going to try to block it. I'm getting to the goal.
Going back to that rebound, Joe. This is as fired up I've seen Julie Bryant in her 2 years at Harlingen.
I said it in the middle of the season as Julie Bryant was sitting on the bench in a lot of games. Are they waiting to bring her out when it's big-time basketball? And in this case, Julie is stepping up.
Second free throw from Coleman is good. A 3-point Lady Bobcat lead. Pass out to Hinojosa. She's had the hot hand. Long court pass hauled in by Cervantes. She stepped on the line.
Cervantes was just on that sideline. Again, a lot of times when teams play in an arena like this, in an NBA-type arena, and you've got that extended three-point arc, it takes you out of your spacing. You start thinking, I got to be beyond the arc, and really it's the blue line inside there that you're looking at, but that white line gets them closer to the sideline. Normally, she's 3 or 4 feet away from that sideline before she catches that pass.
Kimora Fagan, another freshman, Joe, checks into this ball game. Gets it out to Martinez. Outside to Coleman. Coleman with the ball. Guarded by Zapata. Coleman trying to find a lane, loses the handle, and that's a turnover.
Well, you know, you go back and look at that. Janae Coleman did kick it, but the Harlingen defender kicked it first, Kevin. Officials sometimes, you didn't get in the mix in a fray. Second man in gets the call. That time, second kick got the call.
Zapata pushing it back up to Hinojosa. She spots up a 3. Rebounded by Signs. Coleman trying to pick up the loose ball. Ball still loose. Hinojosa almost picked that one away from Coleman. Gets it out to Tejerina. Thought about the long 3. Martinez shot rattles in and out of the rim. Loose ball.
And a jump ball. Look how many bodies hit the floor that time. 2 were there. 2 more were ready to dive on the ball. There's no lack of energy from either one of these teams.
7 seconds left in the first period. Fagan set to inbound. Gets it out to Coleman.
No, sir. Denied by the defense that time. They were trying to get it to Janae Coleman's hand. Avery Hinojosa stepped up, and so did Athena Lenartz. Lenartz prevented Coleman from making that last step to catch that pass.
3 seconds left. Hinojosa, 3 ball, just off the mark. We've played 1 here at the Bert Ogden Arena. The Lady Bobcats 13. Lady Cardinals 10 on the other side of the break. You're watching Rio Sports Live.
Here to Vida Nueva Creations in San Benito. We encourage you, come out. It's time to shop, and it's time to shop local. My wife, she makes amazing wood flower decor for your home, for your businesses. We have a lot of unique items for yourself, or even gift items for your loved ones. We're located at 844 North Sam Houston Boulevard here in San Benito. So we invite you, Valley, come check us out.
Welcome back for the start of the second quarter. Kevin Aro, Joe Bowling. Joe, you got the stats.
Let's run them down. First of all, shooting percentage for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats, 5 of 16 overall for 31%. They were 5 of 10 inside the arc, 50%. 0 for 6 beyond the arc. 3 of 4 at the free throw line. Took down 6 rebounds on the offense, 6 rebounds on the defensive side. Turned it over 3 times. Harlingen shot just 23% from the field, 3 of 13. If they heat up, things are going to get interesting. 1 of 4 inside the arc, 2 of 9 beyond the arc, 2 of 2 at the free throw line, just 6 rebounds, 2 of those offensively. Also turned the ball over 3 times. Leading scorers after 1 quarter of play. 6 for Janae Coleman, leads the way for the Bobcats. Hinojosa with 8 for the Lady Cardinals.
Back to the action. Started the second quarter. 3-point Lady Bobcat lead. Lady Cardinals in the road red uniforms. Lady Bobcats and the all-white with the Edinburg written across the chest, Harlingen written across their red uniforms. Here comes the defense. Ball almost picked away into the hands of Athena Lenartz. Jump ball, so.
Subtle switch that time. Edinburg was not backing back into the paint. They were extending out. You saw a trap. That's the first time we've seen them extend that defense and start trapping out of that. It forced a turnover.
Annika Signs and Desha Tejerina in the game. The 2 lone seniors. Signs gets that one to go.
Again, no one stopped Annika Signs. Easy penetration. The senior has 4 points.
Avery Hinojosa with the ball, guarded by Signs. Almost got away with a travel. Cervantes faked the 3, guarded by Coleman. Now she has to get rid of it. Gets it out to Hinojosa. 3 ball on the way, no good. Loose ball. So, Joe, looking on the court, 2 seniors for Edinburg, 3 freshmen. Lenartz is a sophomore. Salas is a sophomore. Zapata's a sophomore. Avery's a junior. Callie's a senior.
You think we may see them in the next couple of years right back on the floor like this?
I think so. The future's bright for both these programs. Hinojosa gets it out to Zapata. Cervantes, double teamed there from Coleman and Signs. Ball kicked out to Hinojosa. 3 ball on the way, no good. Fighting for the loose ball was Layla Salas.
So after the quick missed shot Lady Cardinals, you watch the offense. They're, again, Kevin, operating outside of that NBA three-point line. You can step in a couple of steps and still be beyond the arc for a high school three-pointer. I look for some adjustments there to start creeping in.
Sydney Portillo, the senior, checks into the game. Athena Lenartz will catch a breather. Tejerina pushing it for the Lady Bobcats with the right hand, guarded closely by Zapata. Zapata trying to work around the screen. Signs driving with the right hand. Loose ball. Signs somehow got her own rebound. Tejerina calling for the ball. Three-pointer on the way, airballed. Salas picks up the loose ball. Back comes Harlingen on the other end. Full court pass out to Cervantes. Cervantes out to Salas. Thought about the three, then guarded closely by Fagan. Cervantes trying to work around Fagan. Swings it out to Hinojosa. Thought about the three. Coleman daring her to shoot it. Pass over to Zapata. Zapata out to Hinojosa again. Thought about the three. Gets it out to Zapata. Bounce pass over to Portillo. Long arcing three. In and out of the rim. Fagan pushing it back on the other end from right to left. The sophomore versus the freshman. Coleman takes it, stops, pops from the free throw line. Off the side of the rim. Loose ball picked up by Cervantes. Now pushing it.
I want you to watch again, Kevin, on this offensive end. Harlingen, those three-pointers they're taking are further out than what you're normally going to see this team shoot. Yes, they've got range, but they don't have to be that far out to take a three.
I think that's, again, the adjustment that you mentioned. Martinez, the freshman, checks into the game for Edinburg High. Emery Scoggins comes in. She's a junior. First time we say her name here tonight. Sydney Portillo gets it out to Scoggins. Joe Scoggins, a sharp shooter. She's got that range you mentioned.
Well, they're all sharpshooters. This is one of the better shooting Harlingen teams that we've seen in the last couple of years. They've been developing that. Again, I go back to what they do on the summer. There's a lot of programs that are working with these young ladies, and it is paying dividends. You can see it as they extend their game.
Zapata over to Scoggins. Three ball on the way from Cervantes, well off the mark. Rebounded by Fagan, and back comes Edinburg High. Portillo trying to apply the pressure. Signs guarded closely by the double team. Loose ball picked up by Scoggins. Here she goes. Loses the handle. Stops. Recovers. Layup no good. Zapata gets it. Rebound good. Rosa Zapata. That was an important bucket there for Harlingen. Just getting a piece of it is Julie Bryan as she checks back into the game. Joe, looking back on the replay, that was a big bucket there for Harlingen.
Well, it was, and because it rights the ship. It gets them back to within three. It's just their first 2 points scored in the second quarter, but it prevents that run. Now, Edinburg tried to beat them in transition and actually had a pretty good look. Kimora Fagan would like to get that one back. Normally she's going to hit that. Then she committed the foul. She'll have a seat on the bench, but again, she would like to get that back. Transition. Look for Edinburg to try to beat Harlingen back if they can. They've been looking to do so already.
Alyssa Salas in the ball game for Edinburg High, along with Genesis Hall. Ball knocked away. Fight for the loose ball, and Hall, Joe, is another girl that's coming off the bench, and a timeout.
Timeout called by Rosa Zapata. Again, she hit the deck, and she knew a jump ball was coming, but she got that timeout first. Harlingen trails by 3. Go ahead, Kev.
Yeah, no, Genesis Hall is coming off the bench, Joe, and that just speaks to the depth for Edinburg High. When I mentioned Athena Lenartz earlier in the broadcast, in the bi-district round against Vela, Layla Bataru didn't see any minutes. Speaking to the depths of both these teams.
Yeah, Bataru, again, as your defensive specialist, can come into a ball game and change the complexion of a game. If a team has a hot scorer, Bataru has shown the ability to shut them down. If they don't need her, that's a luxury of having her on the bench to bring that energy if needed.
Special thank you to our sponsors, the Natalie and Dr. Adrian Cervantes, RGV Hometown Pharmacy, along with Natalie's Gifts and More, located inside the RGV Hometown Pharmacy. For all your gift buying needs, be sure you follow them on their social media sites. Fast, friendly service, prescriptions in 15 minutes, along with the Triple Double Academy in Harlingen.
Again, we can't do what we do without the sponsorship, my friends. It's absolutely free what we provide to the communities in the Rio Grande Valley, in the Coastal Bend, outside the Coastal Bend. It's absolutely free. No charge to fans, no charge to schools. We have to have the sponsorship in order to continue to do what we do. It was a little easier when it was Dahlia and I doing it with one system. Now with 22 systems, and a lot of people working for us, we need the sponsorship, and our big time thank you for those sponsors that stepped up.
And away we go after the timeout. Scoggins out to Salas. Looking for Zapata. Bounce pass over to Portillo, guarded closely by Coleman along the baseline. Ball knocked away. Loose ball picked up by Coleman.
Coleman got that board, which is her 4th of the game. It's the first time you saw Harlingen attacking the zone off the dribble, but there was plenty of help down low for the Edinburg Bobcats.
See, and Edinburgh's one of the few teams, Joe, that can match Harlingen's intensity, because when you're going to play the Harlingen Lady Cardinals, you're going to get some bumps and bruises. This is a physical team, and Edinburg not afraid to play that aggressive style. Along the baseline, Scoggins blocked from behind, loose ball. Coleman gets rid of it, out to Signs. Signs has had a strong first quarter, kicks it out to Martinez. Martinez working her way back. Ball back out to Martinez, well atop the key. Now Signs working with the left hand. Julie Bryant guarding her, ball picked away by Zapata. Zapata back on the other end. Here they come in transition. Zapata trying to work her way, ball blocked.
Oh, Emily Caranco was reading that all the way. She wasn't fooled, Kevin, and it was a very quick whistle. Caranco looked like she had separation and blocked the ball. That's why you're hearing that groan from the Edinburg. But Rosa Zapata, if you don't stop her, if you think you're just going to block the shot, she's going to take the shot if you don't stop her to go to goal.
Now Rosa Zapata will go to the free throw line. And misses the first.
Zapata, a sophomore, 2 points, has a rebound in the contest. That's her first free throw attempted.
Here in the second period, Rosa Zapata. Joe, she also knows a thing or two about soccer. Misses both free throws, uncharacteristic from Zapata. Ball out to Maddie Martinez.
J.D. Salinas was trying to get a timeout. He saw you don't want to make that pass and get trapped in the double team because the backcourt line becomes an actual third defender. That's a triple team when you catch a pass right there, Kevin. He saw that.
Tejerina now has had a quiet ball game so far. Three-pointer on the way, well off the mark, air ball. Signs getting ready to check back into the game. Ball out to Scoggins. Scoggins again going to now try and slow down the pace. Here comes Portillo, back out to Scoggins. Over to Alyssa Salas, spots up a three, nothing but the bottom of the net.
That ties us up. Remember, the Lady Cardinals were down 9-0 to start this ball game. Poised, they're right back in it.
Tejerina driving with the left hand. Rebounded by Alyssa Salas, fighting for the ball. Salas pulls it away, gets it over to Portillo. Harlingen looking to take their first lead of the night. Hinojosa driving, kicks it out to Bryant. Bryant makes a move, nice move to the bucket, shot no good, gets her own rebound to go. JB, the sophomore.
That's almost like a pass to yourself. There was no one to block her out. Easy pickings once she got the stick back. The sophomore has 4, also 4 boards. Lady Cardinals on the top for the first time in this game after trailing 9-0.
Joe, we talked about Janaea Coleman. We talked about Julie Bryant. No, this fires you up as a sports fan, but for girls basketball, there's so much talent here on the court when you're looking at freshmen and sophomores. And right now, Julie Bryant, Joe, last year, guess what her best game of the season was? It was the area round against United South. I know Harlingen lost, but Coach Monsivais said that was the best game Bryant had played. Tonight, Bryant and Coleman are locking horns. Best part, Coleman's a freshman, Bryant's a sophomore.
You always look at athletes and watch their eyes when they see another team come out on the floor, and they are scanning to see where's the other athlete. Who am I going to get a chance to go against? Coleman, Bryant. Wow, we're going to see some basketball for the next couple of years as these two square off. Starting tonight.
Welcome back to the action. Kevin Aro, Joe Bowling, coming to you live from the Bert Ogden Arena in the city of Edinburg. Lady Cardinals doing battle with the Lady Bobcats. Both teams district champions. Ball picked away by Bryant. Now she's going to chase it down. Gets the pass from Scoggins. Stops, turns around. Going to be a travel.
Yeah, she did a good job of running the floor, but again, an awkward spot to catch that ball. Never could get in a shooting percentage.
Coleman now looking to push it. Ball rebounded by Bryant. Joe, Bryant was urging Coleman to come to her. You love it. Scoggins spots up a three. No good. Rebounded. Hands up from Cervantes. Now Annika Sainz. Guarded closely by Portillo, the two seniors. Lady Cards wanted to travel. They're not going to get it. Sainz working around Portillo. Swings it out to Tejerina, guarded by Scoggins. Nice move to the hole. Tejerina's shot no good. Bryant with a rebound. Scoggins now pushing it up. 2-point Lady Cardinal lead. Scoggins out to Portillo. Portillo out to Cervantes. Wide open three. Shot just off the mark.
And they are daring him to shoot. They've been daring him to shoot all night. The Harlingen Cardinals are heating up just a bit.
Coleman driving against Bryant. Bryant in the paint. Rebounded. Second chance bucket and one.
Well, that time, Bryant dared Coleman to come in, and she did, but Coleman did a masterful thing there. Saw Karanko to help her out. Got the shot away. Karanko and Coleman both in there. Bryant couldn't block them both out. Karanko gets to the line.
Karanko, Joe, just a freshman, listed at 5'10". You know, she's filling some shoes from Bree Sanchez, who occupied the number 45 for quite some time. She's playing D1 at UTRGV just down the street, so. Karanko doesn't complete the three-point play, but we're all tied up at 17 here in the second quarter. A minute and a half to go. Cervantes trying to find a lane. Loose ball picked up. Kicked out to the corner. That's Scoggins. Scoggins, loose ball. Stolen away from Sainz. Karanko back over to Sainz. Be sure you stick around for the halftime show. Ball intercepted by Hinojosa. Hinojosa driving. Release layup. Count it.
Nice job. Used her body. Went reverse layup and scores. She leads the Cardinals in scoring. First player in double figures. She's got 10.
Tejerina gets it out. Back on that replay. Avery Hinojosa. Joe, as smooth as any point guard in the 9.56.
Absolutely, and again, the Cardinals, Lady Cardinals, and these Lady Bobcats are both taught, if no one's going to stop you, get to the rim, get the shot off.
Along with the halftime show, we'll bring you first half highlights as well. And Joe will provide the first half stats. 1 point, Lady Card lead. Just a tick after 7 o'clock, 6:30 tip-off here at the Bird Ogden Arena. All knotted up at 19. Low-scoring game. Defenses playing a factor early. Santa Maria back in the game.
That time, no movement. Emery Scoggins was like waiting for anybody to move. Nobody did. She drug that pivot foot.
That's Julissa Santa Maria set to check in. Inbounds it. Annika Sainz now directing the traffic. Working around the screens of Sainz. Sainz stops, fires up a three, shot off the mark. Hinojosa with a rebound, pushes it up to Salas. Out to Portillo, driving out to Zapata, who just came into the game off the bench. Ball bounce pass over to Cervantes, trying to find somewhere to go with it. Karanko and Sainz with stifling defense over on the far side. Ball out to Zapata, driving with the right hand. She gets fouled.
Well, she caught the defense coming right at her. Karanko was coming across that lane. It was good ball movement to reverse that. Karanko, anytime you can catch a defender stepping at you, coming out of that paint, you take it right at him. Either you're going to make a shot, you're going to get fouled 9 out of 10 times.
Coleman getting ready to check into the game. Zapata at the free throw line, sinks the first.
Rosa Zapata, the sophomore, had missed her first 2 free throws of the evening. Has scored 3 points, also has a rebound here this evening.
Talking about Rosa Zapata, Joe, from 2 credible sources, the early comparisons for the young sophomore is Bianca Torre, the great name. Bianca Torre from Harlingen South. That's a big name, but there's early comparisons on what this young point guard is doing. Cervantes trying to get rid of it. Kicks it out to Salas. Salas, 3-ball, bang!
That started with a press. You get steals from Harlingen, you can steamroll. And I mean steamroll. It's only 4.8 seconds to go, fortunately for Edinburg, but that's a bad sign if you start giving turnovers up in this backcourt.
Ball inbounded, loose ball, and it's going to stay with Edinburg High. 2 seconds on the clock, Joe, and 2-possession lead.
Sidney Portilla, Avery Hinojosa, Cervantes also back there pressuring now in this front court.
Coleman with the ball, trying to push it. That takes us to halftime. Lady Cardinals, after trailing 9-0, roar back to lead 24-19. Joe, we've reached halftime. Stay tuned for some first half highlights on the other side of the break. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles, how about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown. Hinojosa, only player in double figures for Harlingen with 10 in the first half. Alyssa Salas with 6, Rosa Zapata with 4, Julie Bryant with 4. On the other side, Edinburg, Janae Coleman has 6, Daisha Tijerina with 5, Annika Sines with 4, Emily Caranco with 4. On the rebound side, Julie Bryant, 6 boards leads away for either team for the Lady Cardinals. They're up 24-19. Got our guest coming over here, Greg Selber. Let's talk to him before we get to the highlights. Yeah. Again, we're at the Bert Ogden Arena in Edinburg, Texas, and tell you what, every time I come into a basketball game, I'm always hoping I can see Greg Selber. Dr. Selber is here next to us, and first of all, Greg, thanks for joining us here on our broadcast.
Hey, Joe, it's a great pleasure to be here and be with you cats again, man. I always enjoy seeing everybody.
Let's talk about this ball game. What you expected, or a little different than what you expected in the first half of this game?
Different in that Harlingen didn't make shots, couldn't press. But when they got a little bit of got the ball in the goal the second quarter, they put the defense on them, and Edinburg was in trouble. Plus, you note that Harlingen's hit 4 threes and Edinburg's hit 0. When they don't shoot well from the outside, they got a problem. But it's still anybody's game. 5-point game at the half.
This team is, youth is on the floor, Greg. That's the thing we keep talking about. These teams have some seniors, but we're seeing the youth. The future of basketball is right here on this floor.
I'm telling you, man, look at that block that Julie Bryant made. Good guy. She got 8 rebounds. She's scoring off her own miss. She's tough, man. And Coleman, Janae Coleman came out and just played, took it to the goal, just played. It was nice to watch. Let's see which team's seniors are going to come to the fore and make the big plays, because early in the second quarter, neither one of them was playing that great. They went through that lull where it was kind of like, oh, no, yeah. I think Harlingen recovered quicker. They played better defense. They got some open shots. And that little number 11 is something, man. She's crazy. That crazy twisted. She hit like Hank Aaron used to hit cross-handed.
There you go.
She shoot that ball like, man, she's tough.
And look at the coach. Do it go? Don't talk about that.
It goes.
One last question about the first half of this ball game, and that is, as you take a look at the two teams, Harlingen withstood a 9-0 run by Edinburg to start this ball game. Can Edinburg withstand a run like that back at them if they have to look up at a 9-0 run?
Yeah, because it was 7 over there in that second quarter, so I understand your question. I'd say this. I think the Lady Bobcats will come out in the third quarter with a little more poise. They didn't really handle it as well as I've seen them handle it in that last 2 or 3 minutes. They gave some balls away. They took some shots they probably shouldn't have took. See, when you get pressed, not only does it make you have to get across half court, but it sometimes makes you take shots that you don't want to take. You rush. I think that they can withstand it. I think it's a team of a lot of pride. Remember, they've been here 3 years in a row, so let's just see what they come up with. But if Harlingen comes out and makes some threes like they did in the first half, it's going to be trouble.
Greg, we're talking about the present. We talked a little bit about the future. Let's talk about the past. You got a couple of books that were released right around the Christmas time. Talk about the books and talk about what they mean to the Rio Grande Valley.
Well, you know, Joe, you and me love basketball, and there's always that hardcore group that loves it. But I just wanted to kind of level the playing field between football, which we all love, and the sport that people have been coaching, playing, and going to games with since 1914. So I went back and I compiled some records and I talked to some people, and the 2 volumes of Hardwood Heroes, I think its main purpose was to get down on paper in black and white who won district what year, who were the best players of the decade, who went farthest in playoffs, all this other stuff. So, it was fun. It was a lot of work, but, we were selling them pretty good now, and I hope that anybody's interested in basketball will pick them up. Volume 1, Joe, as you know, because you got them, a lot of Valley history, a lot of tidbits about politics and race and, what township was Lane when. And so it's not just about basketball. It's kind of basketball's being intertwined with the society at large. And so, I had fun with it, and I hope everybody enjoys it.
Gives you a little bit of history and a little bit of background. Talk about what maybe was the most difficult part. Was it just finally just getting it all? I know the data was there once you started rolling in. And I know you talked to me about it a year and a half ago saying, there's so much. I've got to condense it down. Was that the hardest part?
That was hard, Joe. And what I ended up doing was going year by year and week by week, kind of the comprehensive approach, the encyclopedia, where maybe it suffers a little bit in terms of narrative. So if you read Border Ball from 2000, whatever it was, a lot more storytelling, a lot more, biography. This one is the record book because I figured everybody needs to know about Santa Rosa going to state 2 years in a row. Everybody needs to know these things that we know about football, but, don't know about basketball. And again, I see Coach Joe Filatero here, 553 wins for the Bobcats. Guys like that needed their piece of the rock too, man, like Alex Leal and all the great football coaches, Tony Villarreal. So my job was to do for basketball what we'd all have done for football.
Quick plug. How do you get the books?
Well, selbersports.com is my new website. I cannot claim any technical expertise because I have none. But you can go to that website, and there's something called Bookstore. Click on that, and it'll send you to the places you need to be. My wife, Dr. Kimberly Selber, is well in charge of the technological stuff. I just do the grunt work. She does the real work. So selbersports.com, check it out. Or you can go to most. You can go to the museum in Edinburg. They just got a dozen copies the other day, so they have some.
I read the book, my friends. It didn't take me long, and I'm going to read them again. Greg Selber, nice visit.
Joe, you're the best, man. Let's see what happens in the second half.
Second half coming up. Kevin Nara will take a break. When we come back, we'll run those highlights for you. This is Real Sports Live from the Bert Ogden Arena in Edinburg, Texas.
Sweet. Thanks for the assist, Kev.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations.
Coleman trying to work her way back out, resets the offense. Long court pass to Signs, driving, splits the double team, gets it to go. Annika Signs.
Started with the offensive.
Pass inside to Coleman, being guarded by Batteroo. That's the matchup, the senior versus the freshman. Nice move to the hole. Janaea Coleman.
Coleman drew her out.
Reno Hossa fixing a check-in. 1 of 2 from the line. Tejerina. Second chance bucket, count it.
Emily Caranco got this.
Zapata. Pass over to Hinojosa. She's going to spot up a deep three. Bang! Off the bench.
Well,
Hinojosa for three.
You dare him?
He's trying to split the defense. Gets it to go. Brian was looking for the charge. Welcome back to the broadcast. Getting set for the start of the third period. 24-19. The Lady Cardinals with a lead. Joe, we had a Dr. Greg Selber here, a surprise halftime guest.
Yeah, I apologize to the fans that wanted to see the highlights at halftime. You'll see the highlight reel at the end of the game, but if I got a chance to talk to Greg Selber, I was going to do so. That is a masterful, talented man, my friends, and get those books. Always a nice visit.
Yeah, not only that, but also the border ball as well. If you want to know anything about high school football, and you go to Greg Selber. On the court, Lady Cardinals feeling pretty good about themselves. They lead 24-19 in the Class 6A Regional Quarterfinals. Lady Cardinals, the last time they went to the dance, Sweet 16, 2013, Edinburg High, 2 years ago. Ashley Monsivais looking to punch her first ticket as a head coach to the regional tournament, and away we go here in the second half. Janaea Coleman. I thought that was a travel, Joe.
They went right to Coleman, but right there with her was Kylie Cervantes. Now, Cervantes let her back her down, but then Cervantes saw as soon as she was setting herself up to shoot it, tied her up.
Back come the Lady Cardinals, first time offensively. Portillo out to Zapata. Back over to Portillo, dished inside to Layla Salas, the original starting five in the game for the Lady Cardinals. Portillo gets it out to Zapata. Ball outside to Cervantes. Thought about the three. Driving to the lane. Rebounded by Coleman. Caranco with the ball. Now gets it back over to Tejerina. Tejerina moving to her left. Guarded by Signs. Three ball on the way. Well off the mark. Rebounded by Salas out to Zapata. Now pushing it on the other end. In transition is Zapata. Out to Cervantes, wide open three, shot no good. Rebounded by Caranco. Loose ball, somehow picked up by Salas, throws it away, and it's a turnover. Signs quickly hauls it in. 6:50 left here in the third. No one scored just yet. Ball picked away by Zapata. She's the team leader in steals with 4 a game. Zapata driving to the lane, kicks it out. Cervantes will try another three, gets her own rebound along the baseline, bounce pass to Salas. Rattles off the rim. Back and forth we go. Sluggish start for both offenses. Still trying to find their groove. 6.5 to go here in the third. Signs. Out to Santa Maria. Santa Maria driving to the lane. Nice move from Santa Maria.
She was kind of quiet in that first half. Didn't score a point. That's her first bucket. The senior steps up.
Zapata gonna now slow down the pace. Gets it out to Portillo, out to Hinojosa, lost the handle. Joe, Julissa Santa Maria comes from a couple of Santa Maria sisters. Jayla Santa Maria currently at TLU, and Janessa up at UTSA. Shout out to them tuning in. Those Santa Maria girls know a thing or two about Lady Bobcat basketball.
There's been some Thanksgiving Day conversation of who's the best, and they probably went out on the court and decided it.
I wouldn't doubt that one bit. Tejerina driving to the lane. Rebounded by Coleman. They're going to call a travel.
Oh, she got the board, slid through the defenders. Ray Coleman just on the border got caught for the travel.
Oh, Portillo to inbound. Gets it to Zapata. Portillo with the ball. Kicks it out to Hinojosa. Fagan guarding her closely. Kicks it out to Portillo back at the top of the key. Out to Zapata. Was looking for Salas inside. That's Layla Salas, the sophomore. Portillo driving to the lane. Counted and the foul. And one. Sydney Portillo.
She saw once she got past the guards that all the baseline defense was way inside there. It was near a travel, but there was no one to help up. And again, if you can catch a defender when all they have to do is come up, you attack them. Good things happen.
Nice grab there on the replay. Portillo completes the three-point play. Now the older Salas, nice moment there. The older sister of Layla, that's Alyssa, checks into the game. Signs now. Here comes that pressure, that press from Harlingen. Now, Joe, they haven't broken out that full court press just yet. Driving to the lane is Fagan.
I call that foul on the floor. Again, they broke the press out, but it's not that traditional all-out trapping, getting the passing lanes just yet. But again, the height advantage of Edinburg can offset that press, Kevin, if they throw over the top of it.
So now Athena Lenartz checks in for Sydney Portillo. You know, Athena Lenartz, Joe, a sophomore. This isn't her best sport. She's a true softball player. Says, I'll pick up a basketball and play. Loose ball. Hinojosa fighting for it, picked up by Salas. Back into the hands of Hinojosa. Hinojosa now pushing it, stops, bounce pass, gets it along the baseline. Lenartz stops, shot off the side of the rim, rebounded by Coleman. Ball out to Signs, Carrasco with the ball. Gets it over to Tejerina, driving, has the matchup.
Call that foul on Kylie Cervantes. You can see there again, Cervantes was beside her. If you got a defender beside you, again, they have to either make a commitment to get in front of you or be athletic enough to go over the top if you take a shot. In this case, took the body contact, take it right into that defender who's sidestepping you. Coach Monsivais talking to Avery Hinojosa about that right now.
Coach Monsivais is one of the more fiery coaches in the RGV. Tejerina sinks the three. Joe, you talk about the few seniors on this team. Tejerina has put together a strong career, along with Annika Signs.
Whoever wears number 13 next on the Edinburg Bobcats will have some huge shoes to fill.
Back comes Rosa Zapata, guarded by Signs. Swings it out to Cervantes, over to Salas. Shot just no good. And rebounded by Tejerina. Tejerina weaving her way through the defense, stops from the free throw line. One of the more underrated trios with Santa Maria, Tejerina, and Signs. And I know Signs battled a couple of injuries. Her and her buddy Audrey Hornaday came off of season-ending knee injuries last year as juniors. Those two girls are two of the top players in the Valley, so it's good to see them healthy. Signs spots up a three, bang! The senior, Annika Signs.
Senior stepping up, Tina Arena last trip, this time Signs. That's a 6-0 run.
Edinburg High creeping closely. They trail by one. Salas, three ball no good. Second chance bucket. Edinburg High now. Here comes the press from Harlingen. Signs back with the ball. Long pass inside to Coleman. Just missed the layup. Loose ball picked up, falling is Coleman. Zapata now coming back up, trying to weave her way through the defense. Salas swings it out to Zapata. Zapata driving. Swings it out to Lenartz. Loose ball picked up. Fagan with a loose ball, has Tejerina. Caesar layup. Good. Edinburg High takes the lead.
Good heads-up play by Fagan. You make the defense commit, you find the cutter, you get the assist.
It was a 27-21 ball game in a blink of an eye. The Lady Bobcats now lead by one. 3:23 here in the third. The crowd starting to get into it. Cervantes with the ball.
3:15 to go in the third. It's a 9-3 third quarter. Edinburg outscoring the Lady Cardinals here in the second half.
Larissa Martinez, the junior, checks in along with Maddie Martinez and Julie Bryant in the game for Harlingen. Zapata looking for Bryant inside in the paint. Going to get this one out to Cervantes. Cervantes thought about the shot, kicked it back out to Zapata. Cali now driving, swings it out to Zapata. Thought about the three, then brings it back. Zapata guarded by Martinez, pass inside to Bryant. Shot no good, rebounded by Hinojosa, then throws it away.
Hinojosa did a good job of getting the board, but that's literally a no-look pass because you're trying to wrap it around a defender. You're never seeing the cutter. You're just hoping she's in the right spot.
Fagan comes out. Lucero Jimenez checks in for the first time. The sophomore wearing the number 12. Loose ball picked up by Signs. Chase from behind is Hinojosa. Hinojosa diving for the ball. That's going to be a steal and a good hustle play. Long court pass to Scoggins. Scoggins layup no good. Scoggins almost came down with her own rebound. Picking up the loose ball is Jimenez. 1 point, Edinburg lead. Ball knocked away by Hinojosa. Back over to Martinez. Signs spots up a three. Just off the side of the rim. Coleman with the offensive board. Back to Signs. Signs driving. Sweet move by Signs. She gets fouled.
They got the Cardinals that time. Lady Cardinals were off balance defensively. It was at one point, it was a 5-on-2 for Edinburg. You get a shot up, you know you got rebounders in there. Lady Cardinals were recovering, but again, it was all recovery that time. That was an advantage Edinburg from the minute that ball got across half court.
Timeout on the court. We'll take a timeout up here. 2:18 left in the third. Bobcats lead by 1.
Best in town is a piece of cake by Ibarra's in Harlingen.
And he throws it down. See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down.
Welcome back to the broadcast. 1 point. Edinburg lead. Annika Signs, that I'd mentioned, Joe. It was in the month of December when Signs went down with a knee injury as a junior at Harlingen South. The thing with that, Joe, was Edinburg High rallied together. Wound up winning that district. Edinburg's only loss came in the regular season finale against PSJ. 3-point Edinburg lead. Zapata now back on the other end, trying to can tie it or make it a 1-point game. Zapata's been quiet. Gets it out to Scoggins, over to Hinojosa. Pass inside, picked away by Coleman. Loose ball. Coming down with it is Zapata, loses it. Coleman gets a hold of it. Back comes Edinburg High in transition.
1, 2, 3, 4 players hit the deck on that trip down the floor, diving for loose balls, struggling for defense, going after it all out. By the way, quietly, 2 seniors have now taken the lead in scoring for Edinburg. Signs and Tijerina, 9 points apiece.
That's the duo right there. Arguably one of the best duos the RGV has seen these last couple of years. Signs guarded by a fellow senior, that's Cali Cervantes. Signs has that one ripped away but recovers. Signs gets rid of it to the top of the key. That's Jimenez. Jimenez back out to Signs. Signs pass inside to Coleman. Coleman driving, layup no good, rebounded by Bryant. Pushing it back on the other end is Scoggins. Scoggins to Cervantes, layup, good.
Much needed basket that time for the Lady Cardinals.
Maddie Martinez with the ball. 1-point ball game. Jimenez swings it out to Coleman. She spots up a three. Bang! The freshman, Janaea Coleman.
Coleman says a couple of seniors have 9 apiece. I'll join them.
Cervantes trying to answer back with a 3 of her own. Shot just off the mark, rebounded by Edinburg, loose ball. It's going to be Harlingen basketball.
Janaea Coleman, 9 points, 8 rebounds for the freshman for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats. They've outscored Harlingen 14-5 here in the third quarter.
Larissa Martinez comes out. Danielle Rodriguez, the sophomore, comes into the game for the first time here tonight in the second half. Under a minute to go, third period. Scoggins, 3 ball, clanks off the back of the rim, rebounded by Bryant.
That time the Lady Cardinals crashing the boards. Bryant was there. Nobody put a body on Avery Hinojosa.
So 46 seconds left here in the third, and this one's shaping up, Joe. Could be a classic. Emily Caranco.
I say it often. Buckle up down the stretch. You just got a feeling.
These two teams locked horns here at the Bert Ogden Arena. Bryant stops, fakes, shot up, and gets it to go.
Oh,
Julie
my.
Bryant.
That is a tough shot off the dribble. She's got 6.
Back comes Edinburg High. Annika Signs driving. Salas guarding. Loose ball picked up by Scoggins. Here comes Harlingen in transition. Gets it over to Hinojosa with a nice move. Layup, no good. Trying to push it is Signs. Bryant stepping back, lost the handle. Bryant with a rebound. Here comes Layla Salas, chased behind from Coleman. Joe, we're going to go back to that Julie Bryant basket.
Bryant again, you take a look, this is off the dribble, and that is not an easy thing to do. You'll see her, she's got that kind of range. She and Coleman are now showing all the tools.
Pass inside, Scoggins drills the three. Emery Scoggins. End of the third quarter. Scoggins drills the three. It's a 1-point Lady Cardinal lead. Old momentum in favor of Big Red. Stay tuned. Buckle up, like Joe said. We head to the fourth. You're watching Real Sports Live. Welcome back to the start of the fourth and final quarter. That's the day and age we're in, the social distancing. You saw both cheer squads out, socially distanced. Joe, I wish that we could be in normal times because you can bet that over 1,000 people would be in this gym. Last year we were here when Los Fresnos played Edinburg Vela in the third round. Pre-COVID, this gym was packed.
And it would have been packed again. They would have sold the place out, which again is a credit to the level of basketball that's being played here. Greg Selber talked about it when he wrote his books. He wanted to give the spotlight to the players that are working just as hard as those football players, but on the hard court. And again, this is a showcase of two good teams. Everyone that bought a seat to this one is getting their money's worth. Fans watching at home, you're getting to see a good one.
And away we go in the fourth and final quarter. The winner will punch their ticket to the Sweet 16 to face Converse Judson. Edinburg High, a team just 2 years removed from the dance. Coach Zamaripa was patrolling the sidelines for Harlingen. That was the last time the Lady Cards went dancing at the Sweet 16. Buckets good from Deisha Tejerina.
Again, the senior is literally taking this game on her shoulders. Tejerina now in double figures with 11.
Rodriguez still in the game. Three ball on the way, no good. Tejerina with a rebound. So Danielle Rodriguez still in the game for the Lady Cardinals. Driving, layup, no good. Bryant fighting for the loose ball.
And look at Coleman go after that ball. Bryant got the rebound. She's strong. But Coleman was like, let's just see how strong you are.
Sophomore and the freshman right there locking horns. Two of the bright stars for these two teams. Coach J.D. Salinas is going to take a timeout. Let's thank our sponsors, Joe. RGV Hometown Pharmacy, along with Triple Double Academy, along with Natalie's Gifts and More, located inside RGV Hometown Pharmacy for all your gift buying needs. Visit us today to experience the RGV Hometown Pharmacy difference. Let our family take care of yours. Be sure to look them up on their social media sites with a convenient drive-through, fast and friendly service, prescriptions in 15 minutes. So again, a special thank you to our sponsors, RGV Hometown Pharmacy, Natalie's Gifts and More. Joe, this one's a good one.
It's a good one. Let's give a shout out to the fans out there. I'm checking in on our YouTube right now. Over 1,100 are currently watching this one live. Give me a shout out where you're watching the game from. I know we've got some fans watching in San Antonio. Judson is saying, hey, we got the winner of this. And where are you watching from, fans? Give me a shout out on the YouTube right now. Then we'll check it on the Facebook site.
So some fans were commenting saying that we saw you guys promoting this. I had to tune in.
Exactly.
And they said it's living up to the hype, and it's everything we were hoping it would be. This is what you work for here, especially for these kids, man. A shot to punch your ticket to the Sweet 16 at the Bert Ogden Arena. All eyes here on the Lady Bobcats and the Lady Cardinals. 7:17 left in the ball game. Edinburg High with a 1-point lead. Coleman with the ball, kicks it out to Signs. Signs spots up a deep three, rattles off the rim, rebounded by Bryant, gets it over to Hinojosa. Back comes Avery, driving to the lane.
Free throw opportunity for Avery Hinojosa. By the way, Julie Bryant now in double figures on the rebounding side. Maya Salas watching from Missouri, the Show Me State. Thanks for tuning in. College Station tuning in. Houston tuning in. San Marcos, Laredo, Donna. Thanks for all tuning in.
Hinojosa's 3-ball, no good. Rebounded by Coleman. Gets it over to Tejerina. Stops. Pulls up a 3. Good. Daisha Tejerina from downtown, and it's a 4-point Edinburg lead. 6:44 to go. Cervantes out to Portillo, inside to Bryant, stops, pops, good. Julie Bryant.
Mid-range jumper that time, Julie Bryant, but how about Daisha Tejerina? 14 points now.
She's starting to heat up, Joe, from downtown. Bang! Daisha Tejerina with back-to-back threes.
Senior, says all that youth, check me. I'm not done yet.
Here we go, Joe. Tejerina starting to feel it. I told you this was arguably one of the better duos we've seen. The senior starting to feel it. Let's go back to that replay.
Again, seniors have a way of taking over the game. Even Greg Selber said it. I look for one senior to step up. Who's it going to be? Right now, there it is. Daisha Tejerina.
Right now, Joe, this game at a boiling point or at a crossroads.
Oh, indeed. Let me run this down, Kevin. Thanks for watching from Austin, Texas, from Harlingen, from Hawaii, from Atlanta, from England, from Orlando, Florida, from Snyder, Texas, from Las Vegas, Nevada, from San Antonio. Thanks for tuning in to our broadcast here. This is all on our YouTube side of things. If I said it on Facebook, we'd see fans from across the board watching this one. Big interest, big ball game. This is important to these girls, and I'm so happy we're able to showcase these athletes here this way.
We could be talking about that. Those 2 threes from Tejerina could be the swinging point. Right now, the Lady Bobcats smell blood in the water. Portillo, bounce pass over to Zapata. Zapata steps back, gets it over to Portillo. Zapata back with the ball. Portillo now spots up a deep 3 of her own, clanks off the back of the rim, rebounded by Santa Maria. Loose ball, chasing it down. And it's going to be Harlingen basketball.
Great defense that time by Sydney Portillo. Had her in front of her. Kept the ball handler, but she stayed in front of her. Forced that turnover.
Back come the Lady Cards. They're going to need a bucket to find some kind of momentum here in the waning minutes of the 4th quarter. Cervantes, long court pass over to Portillo. Driving with the right hand. Portillo, nice move, doesn't get it to go. Back to the ball, back to Annika Sainz, picked away. Cervantes, bounce pass out to Zapata. Zapata gets it over to Hinojosa. 3-ball, good!
What
Avery Hinojosa.
Avery Hinojosa saw a defender streak in front of her, still caught it, shot it in rhythm, bottom of the net.
Somehow, some way, Avery got that one to go. Pass inside to Coleman. Nice move from Coleman. Gets her own rebound. Second chance bucket, count it.
Great crossover dribble to free herself up for the initial shot, then the stick back for 2.
Hinojosa out to Portillo. As she thought about the 3. Portillo back with the ball, driving out to Cervantes. Cervantes trying to find a lane with the right hand, gets it to go.
Hey, she caught her defender flat-footed, and that time she just went up and under Janae Coleman, got the bucket. Here comes the defense by the Lady Cardinals.
All of a sudden, Joe, it's a 2-point game. Edinburg High leads, and Joe, if we're talking about a chess match, this is where those pieces are starting to come into play. A couple of substitutions as Scoggins comes into the game. Kimora Fagan checks in. Sainz with the ball. Inside to Coleman. Coleman driving. That shot blocked by Bryant.
Julie Bryant, that defensive presence again in the paint. Coleman not afraid to attack her. Bryant not backing down either.
Fagan to inbound it along the baseline. Gets it inside to Tejerina. Then Coleman loses the handle.
I'll call that foul on Coleman. Harlingen, again, you talked about it earlier, Kevin. They're not going to back down either. They are as aggressive and they're in your face from the minute you got off the bus, if you took a bus to get here.
Yeah, very few teams can match this intensity. 2-point lead. Scoggins spots up a three. No good. Rebounded by Edinburg High. Back they come on the other end is Annika Sainz. Sainz driving, picked away by Zapata. Sees the full court. Hinojosa chasing it down. They had the layup there. Back over to Scoggins. That pass had a little bit too much on it. Zapata now retreats back. They're going to reset the offense. Gets it over to Scoggins. Scoggins back out to Zapata. Dared to shoot the three. Doesn't get the friendly roll. Rebounded by Tejerina. Tejerina with a nice move. Driving to the lane. And one! Deisha Tejerina!
The behind-the-back dribble got it all started. And then she took her defender. Again, if you're not going to stop me, I'm going to finish. Strong move. Tejerina to the rim.
Going back to that replay. Tejerina, Joe, she's giving it all she's got.
You ask your seniors, give me all you got. Set the tone. How about 19 points, 8 rebounds, 5 of 6 at the line.
She is having the game of her life, Joe. Quiet in the first half. Monster second half from Tejerina. 46-41. Lady Cards trail. Driving down the baseline of Cervantes.
The last trip down, Julie Bryant was flashing through the paint, pleading for the basketball. She was one-on-one against Coleman, but she is working hard. You always look at those post players. When they're working hard, you got to feed them the ball.
Callie Cervantes at the free throw line, makes the first. Second free throw is good. 3-point ball game. Caranco with the ball, gets it out to Santa Maria. Pass inside, knocked away by Bryant.
And they'll call a hand check out there. A lot of stuff going on out there, and then just kind of pause it up. That's a kind bounce for Edinburg. That was turnover written all over it. They managed to draw a foul out of that play. 16 fouls on the Lady Cardinals, 7 on Edinburg. So any whistles from here on results in free throws.
Fagan inbound right in front of us. Gets it out to Sainz. 3.5 to go, 3-point Edinburg lead. Cervantes guarding closely. Tejerina has had a big second half. Zapata guarding the senior closely. Working around the screen. Sainz driving with the right hand. Gets it to go. Annika Sainz with another big bucket. Ball out to Scoggins. Harlingen is going to have to find their groove and find it quickly. Scoggins puts up a three. No good. Rebounded by Tejerina. 4-point Edinburg lead, 2:50 to go. Winner moves on to the Sweet 16. 5-point lead, excuse me. Make that a 7-point lead.
Tejerina is cramping up as well. I'm telling you, Kevin, this senior, as she goes down, they'll attend to her, is not going to give up. She doesn't even want to be helped off the court, but they're going to have to at least get the cramp worked out.
Yeah, she quickly went down with a cramp, and she got that bucket to go.
Meanwhile, Ashley Monsivais says, hey, that's a timeout. We're going to talk this over. 7-point ball game. That's the biggest lead since early in this contest for Edinburg when they jumped out to a 9-0 lead to start it off.
Right now, Edinburg High, Joe, they're on their run right now, and they're feeding off at Tejerina's energy.
Well, yeah, everyone would. She's got 22 points and 9 rebounds in the game.
And that's this second half she's putting together is truly something special. And right now, Edinburg High, Joe, like I mentioned, they smell that blood in the water, and they're looking for a second trip to the Sweet 16.
This is one of those you don't want to say goodbye to either one of these teams, Kevin. This is a lot of talent out here on the floor.
It's a lot of talent, and there's so much youth. And the cool thing is that these two coaches like to play each other first game of the year. It's become a tradition for these two schools.
You're saying circle a date in November already?
Pretty much. You can pencil that in. And in fact, next year it'll be at Harlingen. This year is at Edinburg. Kind of a home and home type of deal. So now this game has reached a boiling point, 50-43. Harlingen Joe needs a bucket.
Yeah, they got to right the ship. Still 2:39 to go. It's not panic time, but you got to have production on the next couple of trips down the floor. You need points on the scoreboard.
Zapata's going to pick it up. Fagan Gardiner gets it out to Scoggins. Scoggins over to Zapata. Pass over back to Emery, driving to the lane. Pass inside, blocked away.
Yeah, but a foul called on that. Good help defense, but it was not in time. Good recognition. We should be shooting free throws. If they just say that went out of bounds. No foul, block shot.
Salas, inbound. Bryant.
There's your foul as Julie Bryant went right at Janae Coleman. We've been saying that all night.
See, now we're at a point where you got to make your free throws. You got to execute.
Bryant 2 for 2. As a team, the Lady Cardinals are 7 of 9, 78%.
Bryant hits the first.
Made free throw here, you can press.
Bryant makes both free throws. Ball goes out of bounds.
They weren't able to trap Julissa Santa Maria, but they were able to poke it away. Again, here comes the pressure. Lady Cardinals are going to bring it right now.
Here comes the pressure. It should be 50-46, Joe. I think they're going to correct the scoreboard. There it is.
It's 50-45.
50 to 40.
We're right.
Okay.
We're good on the score. Foul called, and now we're going to see Janae Coleman head to the free throw line. These are 1-and-1 opportunities. Coleman on the night, 11 points, 10 rebounds, 2 of 2 at the free throw line. As a team, Edinburg sizzling, 10 of 12 at the free throw line, 83%.
Second chance bucket after miss. That's a big bucket right there.
Everyone kind of fell asleep.
Cervantes back with the ball. Gets it out to Scoggins. Scoggins kicks it out to Cervantes. Harlingen desperately needs a bucket if they want to stay alive. They go to Bryant inside. Breakdown on the defense. Good from Scoggins.
Good vision that time. Scoggins finished. Bryant with the assist, though. Here comes pressure.
Ball nearly picked away by Zapata.
And Zapata said, I got that. They knocked it out of my hands. But the official standing right there says, not this time.
And now here comes the press from Harlingen. And ball almost picked away by Zapata. Now Martinez trying to find a way through the press and does. Ball at midcourt. Signs back with the ball.
Monica Signs got fouled. Again, that's on the team fouls, number 8 against the Lady Cardinals. It's a 1-and-1 opportunity the next trip down, but with 1:27 to go. You can go ahead and go for those steals, and at worst, you're sending them to the free throw line, but you're preserving some time on the clock.
Missed on the free throw. Coleman with a rebound. Still fighting for the loose ball.
That's a couple of times down in which a missed free throw has resulted in an offensive board for Edinburg. It didn't produce points that time. 2-possession game. You start counting that too, Kevin. 5-point ball game.
Along with the clock. $1:20, Joe, and away we go. Harlingen now needs a bucket here. Pass out to Salas. Salas back out to Cervantes. Cervantes driving. Bounce pass over to Zapata. Shot on the way. No good. Second chance points. Good.
And a whistle blows. A timeout was called by Harlingen, but that, again, it was a much-needed basket. It cuts it to a 1-possession game if you're counting that. I know a fan said it should be 53. No, we got the score right. 52-49. Official scoreboard. We're keeping the stats here as well. Minute left, Kevin. Take a break. The advertiser should pay triple for this. Triple Double Basketball Academy in Harlingen, a proud sponsor for this game.
Triple Double Academy provides opportunities for players to develop their basketball skills while also offering opportunities for players to travel and compete against elite competition across the United States. Their efforts are allowing athletes to be trained by experts in a sport of their choice while learning to be disciplined and developing leadership skills to help them excel on and off the court. Experienced coaches certified by the NCAA. Triple Double Basketball Academy, Harlingen, Texas.
Hi, my name is Angela Rodriguez, and I am one of the owners here at Main Street Boutique and Bistro. So when we first began our business, we heard about...
Welcome back to the broadcast. Exactly 1 minute left to decide a winner here. The winner will move on to the Sweet 16 and face Converse Judson, Kevin Naro, Joe Bowling. Bert Ogden Arena, Edinburg, Texas, Class 6A Regional Quarterfinals. Lady Bobcats, Lady Cards doing battle ball, picked away by Bryant. The layup, good!
Julie Bryant makes the basket. 1 point game.
1 point ball game. Just a tick under a minute left. Joe, how big was that steal?
Well, it's huge. You take a look at where the situation in the game. You were either going to have to take a look at committing a foul or get an opportunity to play some hard-nosed defense. At times, Zapata gambled on the foul, but it all started with a made basket by Bryant.
Martinez, the freshman, misses the free throw, rebounded by Bryant. 1 point, Lady Bobcat lead. Zapata back with the ball. Gets it over to Cervantes. Cervantes out to Zapata. 36 seconds, clock. Tick, 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 tick. Cervantes driving to the lane, layup, good! Callie Cervantes gives the Lady Cardinals the 1 point lead. 25 seconds. Carrasco with the ball. Timeout, JD Salinas.
He wants to try to settle his troops down, if nothing else. It's not panic time. It's a 1 point game. You're one basket away from taking the lead and sending everybody home happy on the Edinburg side. Go ahead.
On the replay, I'm throwing you to the replay right there on that last bucket.
Again, it all comes from the defense played by the Lady Cardinals and then the attacking by Callie Cervantes to finish.
Right now, what's the conversation with Coach Monsivais?
Monsivais is over there saying we don't want to commit a foul during the act of shooting. You can still play hard-nosed defense. The next foul is going to be a 2-shot opportunity. You want to play hard defense. You don't want to give them free opportunities to score. And most importantly, block out when a shot goes up. You can't give up. A lot of times, a ball game is won on an offensive rebound on a stick back, late stages of a ball game. The officials tend to put the whistles away. The blockout becomes the most important part of this.
One major factor in this ball game, Joe. Right now, Deisha Tejerina got up off the bench and was jumping up and down.
She wants the ball.
She wants the ball. She wants to go in. Here she comes. Deisha Tejerina is going to come back into this ball game. 20 seconds. Buckle up. Here we go. Trip to the Sweet 16 on the line. The crowd is into it. Tejerina with the ball. Driving is Tejerina. Stops, turns around. Layup. Good! Deisha Tejerina! 12 seconds. Comes right back into the game. Hinojosa. Monsivais calls a timeout. Joe, you called it. Tejerina wanted the ball and got it.
Give it to me. Let me in the game, coach. Call a timeout. Give me the rock. I'll finish. And she did.
Right back on that replay, Joe, with 20 seconds. Tejerina. You talk about a clutch shot.
Yeah, you ask those seniors, what can you give me? Tejerina says, I gave you everything. 24 points.
Tejerina with a big bucket. Let's look at it one more time on the replay. 7.5 seconds left. 1 point, Lady Bobcat lead. Joe, this is it.
Game's crazy enough. It's in our scoreboard to the top of the screen. Apologize there, fans, as our scoreboard is definitively in the way there. But we'll get that fixed on you. But wow, we are in an atmosphere. Feels like this place is full. Everybody on their feet for this final 7.5 ticks.
Here we go, Joe. 7.5 left. 1 point, Lady Bobcat lead. What play is Monsivais drawing up?
Well, again, you got shooters outside. You only need a 2 point bucket. you get a shot off in time to have a Julie Bryan or someone get in there and get an offensive rebound. Doesn't have to be a three. It can be because you've got shooters you trust. Doesn't have to be.
Everyone on their feet. A trip to the Sweet 16. 7.5 left, 1 point. Lady Cardinal lead. Here we go. Zapata with the ball. Out to Hinojosa. 3. Pass inside. Layup good! Layup's good! Ball game! Lady Cardinals are headed to the Sweet 16! Celebrate Harlingen! Oh my goodness!
Callie Cervantes with the biggest shot. It was a senior on the other side, Tijerino. Everyone forgot. Callie Cervantes says, I'm a senior too. I don't want to quit. I want to play another day, and she will.
Callie Cervantes punches the ticket to the Sweet 16 with a miraculous finish. At the buzzer.
That's all you ask, Kevin, when you start a ball game. Let's play to the
drew it
very
up.
end. Let's play to the very end. Both teams did. And Harlingen comes out of here with a hard-fought victory. Go ahead to the highlight.
Look at the replay. Celebrate Harlingen. You're going dancing. The Lady Cardinals move on. Sweet 16, time to cut down those nets. Coach Ashley Monsivais, for the first time, Joe, as a head coach, is headed to the Sweet 16.
This is one of those games that you look back and you say there's a never quit attitude. They were down 9 to start the game, 9-0. They were down 7 in the fourth quarter. Poise, 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 and then again, a youthful group looks to a senior to close it out, and Callie Cervantes gets the job done.
Callie Cervantes, Joe, just made the bucket of her life. Her older sister, Alyssa Cervantes, had a heck of a career in a Lady Cardinal uniform, never made it to the Sweet 16, but her younger sister, Callie, saves the game and wins it. Coach Ashley Monsivais, Joe, cutting down the net for the Harlingen Lady Cardinals.
Well, they all came in here saying we're going to go back and we're going to play another game. We want to play on Saturday. And again, you know, the crowd, you could just feel it, Kevin, when we were here setting up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Something special was going to happen here tonight. And again, you look on both sides of this court, all-out effort was given by all of these players. Harlingen cuts down the nets.
Joe, we're going to try and grab Callie. I'm going to have Andrew Cordero try and bring her over here. Right now, the Lady Cardinals, Joe, are cutting down the net. What a special moment here, and there's Callie Cervantes. Good sportsmanship there. Coach Monsivais.
We'll try to get some of those players over here and the coach.
Right. We're gonna grab Callie here. Andrew Cordero is going to bring her. Joe, I'm going to hand off the headset to Callie and hand it off to you.
You got it. You got it.
So we're going to step aside and take a quick timeout on the other side of the break. More on the post-game show here. We're going to grab Callie Cervantes here on the other side of the break.
So we contacted Rebecca Castillo with the EDC, and she was very helpful. She told us, you know, what we needed to do, the requirements, and helped us go through the application process. It helped us because we didn't have to worry about paying the full amount of our rent, so we were able to use that money to invest more in inventory or in other things that pertain to the business. So it was very helpful. So here at Main Street Boutique and Bistro, we offer full service dining and shopping. We serve sandwiches, soups, salads, and homemade desserts. Here in our boutique, we carry some national brands. We carry brands like Besame Cosmetics, Yellow Box Footwear for ladies. We also have Game Guard for men. So come by and see us here at Main Street Boutique and Bistro. Our hours are Tuesday through Friday from 10 to 3, and on Saturdays we do brunch, and we are open from 9 to 1.
Welcome back to the post-game show. Harlingen Lady Cardinals moving on to the Sweet 16. Right now, Callie Cervantes is with her team. They're cutting down the net. She wants to savor this moment, Joe. And for the first time since the 2013 season, Coach Ashley Montesvalles is going to join us here on the post-game. I'm going to hand this headset off to Coach Mon. She's going to join us here in a moment.
She's going to be interviewed by a lot of other people, first of all, Kevin, before she gets over this way, but that's okay.
Yeah, she'll make her way this way, but again, just what a special moment for the Lady Cardinals and a team, Joe, that we saw year in and year out win 30-plus games. You talk about the Harlingens, the Edinburgs, the Westlaco's. No, those are the three premier programs.
Now, two of them here. It is, I saw a fan comment that it's sad that, in this case, a team from the Rio Grande Valley knocked off a team from the Rio Grande Valley because these are two teams that definitely deserve to be in that next round. And I don't know what can you ask of either team, but what you got, and that was effort to the absolute final tick, and the game was decided on the final shot as the buzzer went off.
Right, and it was about grit. And, 3 years ago, Joe, the Lady Cardinals lost in the area round to South San. And in that game, it was an overtime loss. And that was as defeated I've seen this team. So a lot of these players, these seniors, have been at that low point and a heartbreaking loss. They've been on that other side. Last year, the same team lost to United South in the area round. They felt that they should have done more, but they were able to rebound, put it together, and get a win here tonight. And I mean, in dramatic fashion. And again, we're waiting for Callie Cervantes and Coach Montesvalles. They're going to be joining us here in just a moment. So these girls have been there, they've done that. And it means a lot to these seniors because they're the ones that have endured those tough losses. They had that tough loss against Westlaco 3 years at home. Also, they lost to San Benito for the district title.
Well, they've definitely been through the wars,
right,
to get to this battle. And as they cut down the nets, you see that players that have been involved throughout the season. There's junior Alyssa Alaman.
I'm going to go grab Callie on the other side of the break. Stay tuned for the post-game interviews. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Down. See you later, touchdown.
Visit RGV Hometown Pharmacy and Natalie's Gifts and more. We are dedicated to providing outstanding customer service and patient care. See us today to experience the RGV Hometown Pharmacy difference. Let our family take care of yours. Call 956-496-2093.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We are back here at the Bird Ogden Arena, and Callie Cervantes now joins us, senior. Callie, first of all, let's just get right to it. Let's get to that final play when Coach called timeout. Walk me through it.
We had drawn up a play, but it didn't really work, so we just got the ball into Avery's hands. And I thought she was going to shoot it. I cut around the backside, and I knew there was a little bit of time left, so when she gave me the ball, I knew how to put a shot up fast.
Talk about now the game, going back 9-0, you're down to start this off. What was said when the timeout happened early in this ball game?
Coach just said to keep our heads in it because it had only been 2 minutes, and we've been down in a lot of games by like 20 plus or more, and we come back. So we just knew we had to keep our heads in it and stay focused.
Down 7 in the fourth quarter. Again, another stay focused, or is it a little more intense than that?
Can you repeat that?
When you were down 7 in the fourth quarter, was that let's stay focused, or was that a little more intense?
It was a little more intense, but she told us to stay in it because we still had time left, and we know that we can come back easy. It just, we can hit a 3, we can have a bucket, whatever. We're going to stay in it. We're going to hit our free throws, drive, whatever it takes.
As a senior, as you draw on this victory, look back over the years. What helped? What games can you look back on that said it prepared me for this one?
I would say our playoff game against Laredo Alexander my sophomore year, and then also when we lost to Edinburg in the third round my sophomore year. That definitely prepared us. And then last year when we lost 2, we knew we had to come back strong. We knew we had to come back strong and really give it our all this year because it's my senior year. I knew I was going to go all out.
As your senior on the team, when you look around at the other seniors, I know you guys have huge goals. So what do you do for the next 24 hours? Because it's really quick. You're going to turn around and play another ball game. How long do you savor this one and get ready for the next one?
Oh, well, on our team we have the 24-hour rule. So if we lose, we think on that. If we win, we celebrate, and then we get ready the next day.
What was it like playing in front of fans? Because I know this is the biggest crowd you got to play in front of this year. Did it feel like you were back into a real meaningful basketball game tonight?
Yeah, it was really exciting. We were glad that we could play here and have all our fans here.
All right, Callie, thank you.
Thank you.
Callie Cervantes of the Harlingen Lady Cardinals hit the shot that was the game winner here today at the Bert Ogden Arena as they are continuing to celebrate. Ashley Montevias will walk over this way and she'll grab the headset, and then we'll have a chat with the coach. Again, the Harlingen Lady Cardinals are moving on as Ashley Montevias makes her way over. All right, Coach, I'm going to go right to the question.
Yes.
When the timeout was called, what was the play drawn up? Because Callie said it didn't exactly work out the way you wanted it to go. Tell me about that play.
Yeah, we kind of called it a sideline play, but we did also say that if they were going to stay in their zone, that we needed to make sure that we attack because we knew we were in bonus. And we didn't want them to go in there and take a big shot and just take up a 3. We just knew we needed to attack to the hole because we knew we could go to the line and we could finish.
Callie found her way right inside there, and you look at a senior, and that's what you want. You want a senior to make a big play. She certainly did. Talk about Callie as a person getting to make that shot.
Man, Callie's an amazing person. She makes a lot of sacrifices just like all our other players. But, in that huddle, she said, I want the ball. She wants it. And the thing is, she knew that if she went in there, she was going to finish. And that's what happened. She made that shot, didn't even think about it any second.
Let's walk through the ball game. Down 9-0 in the first quarter. What'd you say to your team, and how did they respond to that timeout?
I basically told them that we need to go out there and play our basketball. We need to go out there and control the pace and not worry about it. Sometimes you come in here and you want to do certain little things because people try to disrupt what you've been doing. But again, we have to go out there and control and do what we wanted to do.
That was the calm version. Then down 7 in the fourth quarter. How did that timeout go when you talked to them about the urgency?
I basically, same thing. They know me. I get competitive. I get loud. I'm all about it. But you know what? It doesn't faze them. They're competitive kids, and they want to go out there and give it best. And again, they have all their parents out here. They're competitive. They're loud. So they knew, they just have to finish and fight hard to the end.
I asked the same question to Callie, and I think it's a fair question here. You can look back and draw on some games over the couple of years that this team leading to this event. Talk to me about how that has helped get ready for this big-time game.
Man, a lot of games that we play to prepare us, we got to go through sometimes some losses and play against the best. But you know what? That's what it's about. Sometimes you take your losses in the preseason just so that we can build up for this. Because, again, when you get to the playoffs, everybody brings their best. They bring the best they can out there.
Final question. How important is it that this rivalry between two good ball clubs reached a game that took the last second to decide it? How big is that for the Rio Grande Valley?
It's a big game, but to me, a lot of times people want to put a lot of hype on that. But you know what? The teams that get here, they work hard every week, every day. And, when those two teams get out here to compete, the best team's going to move on. And, again, whether it was us or Edinburg, we knew they were going to represent the Valley well.
Not much time to think about it, but good luck in the next round.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ashley Montevias of the Harlingen Lady Cardinals as we continue on our post-game show. And we do appreciate her joining us here today. Kevin, what a ball game.
Joe, just a couple weeks ago, we had San Perlita shock McMullen, and we're like, what a game that was. We've had a lot of good games, Joe, but this is an instant classic. Coach Rob Davies and Luis Solorio, the two athletic directors of Harlingen, Joseph Villarreal and Doc Lee, AD Coach Rob Davies, hugging his head basketball coach.
Yeah, let me go ahead and run down the final stats on this ball game for you as far as leading scores. The leading scorer on the night wore a Bobcat uniform, and that's Deja Tijerina. Again, the senior for the Lady Bobcats went out with an all-out 24-point effort. Janae Coleman behind her with 11. Annika Sainz finished with 11. Jalissa Santamaria with 4. Emily Caranco with 4. On the Harlingen side, Avery Hinojosa, Callie Cervantes, and Julie Bryant all in double figures. Hinojosa with 13. Cervantes and Bryant right behind them with 12 apiece. Julie Bryant finished with 11 rebounds in this ball game. your circle player of the game. It's not the leading scorer in the game. Kevin, I would easily give it to Deshatine Harina, but you got to give it to Callie Cervantes for hitting that big shot and winning the game.
Yeah, Callie Cervantes is absolutely our player of the game and someone who I've covered closely. And like I had mentioned, her older sister, Alyssa, was a vital part of a couple of those teams we talked about earlier. So Callie's seen it. She's been through the mill. You know, this is this very special senior class, but the best is yet to come, Joe, with girls like Julie Bryant, Avery Hinojosa, Emery Scoggins. This team is so young, but hey, heck of a ball game. Lived up to all the hype we hoped for. So once again, the final score here at Bert Ogden Arena, the Harlingen Lady Cardinals are moving on to the Sweet 16 after a 55-54 win. On behalf of myself, Joe Bolin, and everyone here at Real Sports Live, saying so long and good night